Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to European Tai Chi Cultural Center platform. Today is the 8th of January 2023. It's the new year starting now. Very welcome to the platform this morning. European Tai Chi Cultural Center is an online platform introducing the authentic Chinese Tai Chi to Europe. On our platform, we have the most influential Tai Chi masters internationally to give you free online classes. The classes cover all the major styles of Tai Chi, such as Yang style, Chen style, Wu style, Sun style, and Wudang style. And also all the major competition forms. The platform started in 2020 when the road was locked down because of COVID. And health was the biggest concern and issue at that moment. Mr. Jia Jianyu, the chairman of European Tai Chi Cultural Center, he started the platform to introduce health-related topics and knowledge to the Europe. He invited several very good Chinese medical doctors and professors. They gave lectures on how to treat COVID by Chinese medicine and how to deal with COVID. And then later on, he also started lectures of Tai Chi and also closely related with health. That's when Miss Li Hui, Faye, she started the 24 step in Chinese online. And that at that time, also that step, she included a lot of health-related topics. And that was a cooperation of Faye and Jia Jianyu. And that was very popular at that time. Now, in 2023, Faye will start 24-step Tai Chi in English, and which we all really look forward to, because Faye has been holding her Tai Chi school for over 30 years in the UK. She has taught thousands and tens of thousands of students in the UK. She's so full of experience. I just got a message. There's no sound.
We can hear you. Just the one.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. Then the gentleman, please reconnect your Zoom. It might be your app. Okay. So today we will start the 24 step in English by Faye. I have had Faye's lectures before, and her voice, as you know, is so gentle and so relaxing to have her class and her techniques. She would give a lot of very valuable details of each step, the movement of the hands, the foot, in a most relaxing atmosphere. If we follow her, I'm sure you, like me, you will feel a lot of benefits, not only on Tai Chi, but also on our health. Okay, and before we start today, just to let you know, today that's the first day on our platform that we are so busy. This hour, that's Faye's 24 step. Next hour, if you don't leave, you will hear a lecture from Mr. Sun Haishun about Buddhism and Tai Chi. That's the second hour. And then if you still keep here, and then on the third hour, it's another lecture given by Mr. Jia Jianyu on Yu style Qigong and meditation. And specifically, he will introduce the Qigong he designed to treat COVID and to help recover from long COVID. Okay, thank you very much. Again, welcome everyone again. I can't wait any longer. So let's start. Faye, please.
Thank you, Isabella, for that lovely introduction. The lighting here in this room is not perfect, so I try to find a better light stand in the spot. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. All the friends, our friends in China, Europe, and in the UK. This is the beginning of 2023, and we hope the new year will bring everyone good health, lots of happiness. Most importantly, it's a prosperous and fulfillment, successful year for everyone. The past 3 years of pandemic have changed a lot of what we used to know as norm. And one of these changes it's brought us to have a connection onto this new possibility of connection of virtual classes, online platforms. I never imagined we would teach Tai Chi online before the pandemic. However, when one door is closed, we find another window is open. And we are now taking great benefit of this online platform to continue to connect with our friends, families, and students as a community, to stay together, share the positive impact and the help of Tai Chi and Qigong practice. So I'm very delighted and honored to come back to the European Tai Chi Cultural Center, this platform, to be invited back to give the second series of my teaching on 24-step Tai Chi form. The first series I taught here was in Chinese, in my mother tongue. At the popular request of our students and friends, I'm now going through the teaching again in English. In my mind, the purpose or the aim, I'm doing this series in three folds. First, in our modern environment, in our today's environment, we're facing a tremendous amount of changes, uncertainties, both in economics, but also in the way the health and industry changing, particularly in the UK. A lot of pressure placed on the NHS and our health providing as a nation. Under this difficult, challenging circumstances, Tai Chi and Qigong give you a great practical tool to use to take some responsibilities of our own health into our own hands, So we don't have to wait in the queue for a long time to for the pills, prescriptions to help us. There's something that we can do on a daily basis at your own comfort in your home, something that we can do to be beneficial for our own health. These are kind of, I call it's a energy medicine that doesn't give you any side effects, no side effects, no expensive bills to pay for drugs, prescriptions. I know in the UK we get free GP services. However, the process of getting diagnosed and all of the tests still takes time and could incur cost. And in Europe, maybe similar. So practicing Tai Chi and Qigong, it's something available to us. It's a tool and skill that can protect us or empower us to do something for our own health. That's my first aim, to provide these free lecture. The second aim for my teaching here is to demonstrate, even with the simple form, what perceived as the simplified Tai Chi form, as often the 24-step form is known in Mandarin, 简化太极拳, which means simplified Tai Chi Chuan. What perceived as simplified is not simple or simplified in the principles, in the theories, in the way that it embodies the underlying theory and Tai Chi. Only reduce in the repetition number of movements, only make a compact but more condensed form, embody these traditional and important Tai Chi principle, practice requirements, principles, embody those in a smaller or compact shape of the form. It's very, very important to remember that. Even the name sometimes give misperception, misunderstanding, and misleading to possibly think the simplified Tai Chi form, the 24-step, is not a real or traditional form of Tai Chi. That is a misperception, misleading or misunderstanding. The masters behind the compulsion of the 24-step are prominent, are the most foremost traditional Tai Chi masters, including my own grand uncle, Li Tianji. None of these compiling team are just have a dream and think, okay, click of the fingers and think, I think this will work. The process of the compilation of the 24-step is very thorough, very extensive, and widely tested. So the principles and the roots are very, very deep on the traditional teaching. That's my second reason for doing these lectures, to demonstrate, to explain how to search, how you make the form deeper, how to deepen your practice. The name of a particular form doesn't mean what's involved behind the scene. On number 3, the third aim of my teaching is to bring, I would hope to bring enjoyment. Why do we practice Tai Chi? We know Tai Chi is good for our health, but also Tai Chi and Qigong are also bring us enjoyment that is very, very important too. We don't want to do exercise just if it's too boring, right? And for me, going to the gym and doing maybe the weightlifting and treadmill can be for me a little bit boring because it's just on the physical level. Whereas Tai Chi and Qigong, for me, is much more enjoyable, interesting, inspiring, because it's a holistic approach. It involves not only the physical movement, the postures, but it also gives us a lot of opportunity to waken up our senses, our feelings, the intentions. Pay attention to what you're intending to do, and your feelings of your body changes and how the body goes through changes on a daily basis. Our body is a mini reflection of the universe, or the universe, like the sunrise and sunset, the changes of the time. Our body changes like there's a clock in our body. The body organs goes through the peaks and troughs. All of these changes can be reflected and sensed during our practice. Now that is something very unique to Tai Chi and Qigong, and it makes our practice more interesting, more enjoyable. And so I would like all my students and my friends to find that enjoyment. You feel happy, a sense of joy, sense of contentment, and that mindful contentment, compassion, all of that instilled and embodied in your own practice. My friend, if you have been able to do all these three aims, I think Tai Chi will become your best friend. And I hope your journey of Tai Chi starts from the 24 step, which is based on Yang, traditional Yang style of Tai Chi. Okay, enough brief introduction. Let's begin. I'm going to just gently, to just adjust my camera position tiny little bit so you can see my feet. I'm not in my usual broadcasting studio today. I'm out in Liverpool. Particularly, this is a very special place. It's the British Army training ground. That's why I'm in the commanding officer's office. You can see the Union Jack flag on my side, and it's set up to have very high level of meeting and making it more interesting to share the Chinese culture. Good. And I hope you can see my feet and hands. Just testing. Okay. Now, before we start our opening stance, it's always important to do your warm-ups. For our limited broadcasting time today, I will leave that warm-up to yourself. I'm just going to go through a couple of awakening exercise with you. Please find yourself in a safe space in your room, in your home, or wherever your place you can find. Pay attention, allow yourself time to arrive on your spot, in your space. Take a moment to connect. Bring your attention to your feet. You feel your feet are firmly, solidly connected with the Mother Earth, our ground. And then bring your attention to the crown. Lift your crown, the top of your head, up as if there's a golden string coming out from your crown. In our acupuncture term called Bai Hui. Gently lift up from Bai Hui. And now empty your mind. Bring your attention to the frame of your mind. The frame of mind that is calm, quiet, tranquil. And pay attention to your breathing. Notice your breath become slow and smooth. Good. In your own time. First, we take softened ankles and knees, taking half a step to the side and centralize your body weight. Good. And still feeling grounded in your feet. Feel there's a connection between the ball of your foot and your shoulders. They are vertically in line, pointing each other. On this vertical alignment, we also have our hips and knees. So in your mind's eye, checking your shoulders, hips, knees, and your ball of your feet are vertically in line. Well done. When we're aligned, the body can be more relaxed. And relaxed is the first lesson we want to learn from Tai Chi. Being able to relax in your body, being able to calm in your mind, being able to breathe smoothly is the three important lessons. Now follow me. We're going to gently activating the chi. Palms facing the floor, fingers forward, and sliding the hands slightly forward. Feel that you are standing on a boat. Boat is floating on a gentle river. Sliding, inhale, sliding back. Just get a sense of that gentle connections between your movements and your breathing. Most importantly, connect your mind to the body, to the rhythm of your body. Good. Nice and comfy. Feel the enjoyment through that connections, through that relaxation. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Well done. And ready. I give you a diagonal view. Maybe you can see better. We're now growing our flow of the energy. So the flowy state of our movement is connecting, opening that connection to our chi flow. Inhale, exhale. Well done. And follow me. We are going to build and develop. Raise your hands a little bit more. Progressively grow this wave. Inhale. Exhale. As you develop the range of your movements, you're also lengthening your breathing, deepening your breathing. Exhale. Last time. So comfortable. We are connecting with the flow of the nature. Well done. Now we're going to connect even more parts of the body. Deepen our practice. Rise to shoulder high and soften your knees on the way down. Slightly feel you're sitting onto a comfortable stool. Feel the tailbone is connecting to the back of your heels, so you're sitting down. And again, slide, rise, inhale, and soften the knees and ankles. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Just like the sun, rise. And exhale. Soften your ankles and knees and sink. Inhale. Smooth and deep. Exhale. Sinking. Long and smooth. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Soften the knees and down. Excellent. I hope you can feel already by this few simple movements, there's a nice flowy feeling. I'm going to return to the front view because we're going to develop to the next stage. Good. And gently bring your hands down and rise. Now, already we're building from small to big. We already initiated our qi and feel the growth and build up of qi. This is the opening movement. And opening movements start from a state of nothingness. That's when we have our feet together, our hands down, we center our mind and body. And this is the state of the big void. Wu Ji, a state of nothingness. The mother of Taiji, before the energy start to change into yin and yang. And as soon as we start, we have now, through that process I have just shown you, we have connected with our energy and start to cultivate the energy between yin and yang. Good. Second movement that I want to introduce today is like this. We float our hands up just like what we have done. Raise the energy. We breathe in and soften your knees and ankles. Good. On the exhale. And ready, shift your weight slowly and hold a ball. Hold the ball. I'm not doing the mirrored image, okay? So you need to shift your weight slowly to your right. Your right. This may come to you as your left. So if I do this on the follow me direction, then you can see it better. Oh, even maybe you do it the back view first. Okay. Softly take half a step. Raise your hands and soften ankles and knees. And then gently shift your weights to your right. Bring your left foot in. Hold the ball with your right hand on top of the ball at the shoulder height. And gently turn the body to your left, towards your left. Step out as 2 and 3. Gently transfer weight forward and parting the hands. Okay. I'm going to go through this with you by 1, 2, and 3 once more. And then we do the opposite side. Okay, so if you return back to opening stance, just with your knees softened. And again, 1. Left foot in, hold the balloon. Right hand on top. 2. Turn to the left and step out. 3. Transfer weight. And parting hands. The finished direction is towards your left. If we set our clock, use the face of clock as the direction. We're facing 12 o'clock, and to my left, this is 9 o'clock. To my right is 3 o'clock. Towards the camera is 6 o'clock. The finished movement of parting horse's mane is heading towards 9 o'clock. So let me try to show you from the front. This time, I'm going to try to do the mirrored image. This time, I'm going to do the mirrored image. So I start a little bit to this side. 起势, the opening stance. Always take a moment to arrive on your spot. Never rush. Take half a step to your left and raise your hands, finding that feeling, that connections between the vertical alignment and the flow of the energy. 1, parting the horse's mane. Hold the ball with your right hand. I'm doing the mirrored image. Bring the left foot in. 2, continue to turn the body and step. Heel, touch down first. 3, transfer weight, parting the horse's mane. We are intending to use the waist to lead the arm as you part. The other hand gradually stroke downwards, brush downwards. We should have the corresponding side of hand and foot forward. To you, you should have the right hand and right foot forward. Number 2, we repeat, but do the opposite side. Sit back, gently shift your weight back, and turning the toe out. And roll, turning forward, draw the back foot up. Hold the balloon again. Step forward with your left foot, so your right foot, and to the second, parting the horse's mane. If we call the numbers, break it down into steps. Follow me, we do the third one. 1, it's sitting back, toe out. 2, bring the back foot up, hold the ball. 3, step forward. 4, transfer weight, parting the horse's mane. Now I'm running out of space, so I'm going to take the back foot up and bring my hands down. Take your time to go through the breakdowns in 1, 2, and 3. The stance when we finish the horse parting the horse's mane is a very common and frequently used stance called 弓箭步, bow and arrow stance. We use this type of footwork regularly, so it's one of the foundation footwork. I would invite everybody to pay attention to the footwork. Let me show you the bow and arrow stance used in Tai Chi. This bow stance, we abbreviate it, we call it short, bow stance. 弓箭步, we short for 弓步, I'll call it short. 弓步 is practiced differently in Tai Chi than in martial arts, wushu and kung fu in general. They both called 弓步, but sometimes the small details in Tai Chi is different to the external martial arts. In our Tai Chi, imagine if you have a straight line running through your body. The 弓步, the bow stance, in our Tai Chi way, you want to have a back foot turned, the back foot out slightly to about 60 degrees, 45, 60 degrees away from this center line. And the forward stance, the forward step, it's stepping with a little bit space from this center line. So effectively, if you have a line running through the body, you should have one foot on each side of the line. And then you transfer slowly, transfer weight forward. And doing a little bit adjustment onto the back foot. The back foot should be firmly to the floor, so actively connected and giving you strength. This is the side view. I just noticed I have in the military office, commanding officer, I have a stick. Maybe they're used for beating up naughty soldiers. So I'm going to use this to demonstrate my point. Okay, so can you see it? So I explained if you have a line running through the body center line. Okay, so your bow stance in Tai Chi, for every step, you should be careful. Make sure the back foot is turned about 60 degrees and the forward step should be a little away space, not right on the center line, and of course would not be twisted. So it should be here. And then sit down on your imaginary stool and then push forward. Good. When you push forward, feel the power comes from the back of your feet and drawing the energy up actively through the waist, travel up through the channels of the spine, reach to your shoulders, and from your shoulders, reach to elbows, wrists, and fingers. So here is the first very important stance. I don't want to break this. Very important office instrument. So I'll put it back. But now you should understand or have a visual impression of how we should make our bow stance. Just checking the time. Okay, let's go through one last time on the parting horse's mane. There's one more posture I would like to cover today after a consolidation practice. There's some noises. Okay, now I think the noise has gone. I will demonstrate once more as mirrored image. Good. In your own time, checking that your mind is calm and tranquil. Your breathing is deep and slow and smooth. Your body is centered and relaxed. Begin. Soften the ankles and knees, taking half a step to your left. Centralize the weight, opening stance. Flow smoothly. Feel the rise of the energy and sink. Hold the ball, draw the foot in. 1, 2, 3. Parting the horse's mane. Checking on the foot, your bow stance. Number 2, 1. Shift your weight, empty the front foot, turning the toe out. Transfer weight forward. Hold the ball. 3, 4. Number 2. We need one more. 1, 2. 3, step. 4. Good. Checking your stance, your directions, your coordination between hand and foot. Taking the back foot up, hands float down. Good. This movement for you to carry on practicing after the lecture. The new posture I would like to cover today, the last new one, is called spreading the white crane, the wings. 白鹤亮翅. How do we do this? Well, first, we need a new footwork. This new footwork is called, in Mandarin, 虚步, is translated often as empty stance. Empty stance. Empty stance is referring to the opposite. Opposite to the empty is full. Full, referring to the back foot being full. Full of what? Full with body weight. Full with the gravity. Empty, which means with little. Opposite to the full. Empty with gravity or body weight. So here is the stance that we will use next. So sit down, still feel you have a stool, a chair that you're sitting. Soften the supporting knee, slightly soften just to your comfortable level. The front foot should be ball of your foot resting on the floor. Heel of your foot. I hope you can see the heel of the foot needs to have a finger space from the floor. Here we have the 虚步, empty stance. The front knee is almost straight, almost, but slightly soft. not too much bent, not bent as such. So it's nice and relaxed. It's a relaxed resting. You can copy me and practice. I do a diagonal view. Hands to the hip and waist. You can start by adjusting the back foot first. 60 degrees opening and sit down, resting onto the stool, and then rest the ball of the foot of the other foot, leaving the heel off the floor. Most importantly, when you're doing this resting, sitting, empty stance, you're not leaning backwards, okay? Not leaning backwards, not leaning onto a couch, or not leaning forward either. You're not leaning onto a desk, okay? So my Tai Chi suit is a little baggy, but more or less you can see what I mean. Make sure your shoulder sitting above your hips. So you are now connected through, again, firmly to the Mother Earth. This is our empty stance. So today we have learned two important footwork related to Tai Chi. And these two important footwork, Gong Bu, bow stance, Xu Bu, empty stance, are the fundamental basic training. All Tai Chi friends and students should practice and get familiar with regularly. And now let's look at the hands. On the third parting the horse's mane, if we started at 12 o'clock, we should finish with your left hand, left foot forward. Now the hand movement to parting the, spreading the wings is like this. One, take a half a step up, hold the ball with your left hand on top. Two, sit back, transfer weight back, sit back, raise your right hand, raise, turn the waist, raise the hands. Three, turn the body back to front and rest the ball of the foot forward with the heel off the floor. At the end of this posture, your direction continue to face 9 o'clock with your hands, right hand slightly diagonally above your temple. So the center of the palm connects or protects your temple. Lower hand, it's brush around you. Finish to the side in level to your hips, but not by it. There is a little bit circular space. Here is the front view of spreading the white crane, spreading wings. We put this posture down to a count of 1, 2, and 3. Now, I'm inviting you to follow me now. I'm going first to show the correct directions. The correct direction will always be where I'm facing, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Whether I'm in the British Army office space in Liverpool or back to my usual broadcasting studio, I will always use this face of clock as the direction reference. So please find yourself that clock in your room, in your comfortable space, so that we are unified, we can clarify any changes in the direction. Good. Follow me, please. We will start from the last of parting the horse's mane. Next, the white crane spreading wings. 1, half a step up, hold the ball. 2, sit back, raise your right hand. 3, turn back to 9 o'clock. Rest the ball of the foot and brush round to the side of the hips. Checking your body is nice and straight. Your tummy is connected to the back of your spine. Good. Now I try to do the mirrored image. This mirrored image, I will face the camera. And our last movement is here. When you can see from the opposite view. So I am your mirror. You will do exactly like the same side. You don't have to change, yeah? 1, taking half a step up, hold the ball. 2, sit back, turn the waist. Use your waist to lead the arm. So block, almost block up high. 3, turn the body back. Rest the ball of the foot and brush your hands to the side of your hips. Good. So here is the mirrored image. Before we wrap up today, we will just go through the 3 new movements today, our first lecture, okay? I do the correct direction as 1 for the first time. Second time, we do the mirrored image. When you're ready, start. Smooth your breathing. Don't hold your breath. And try to be as relaxed as you possibly can. 1, 2, 3. Sit back. 1, 2. Hold the ball. Back foot up. 3, 4. Feel that expansion. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I move back a little, just so you can see better. 白鹤亮翅 wide crane posture. 1, 2, 3. Well done. And close. How are you doing? All good? Now, follow me one last time before we wrap up. This time, we're doing it in the mirrored image. Take a moment to get ready, physically, mentally, emotionally. Begin. 24式太极拳 an inner smile. Don't forget, we're doing this for our enjoyment as well. Wide crane posture now. Half a step. Turn back. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed today's first lecture. We have covered some very important groundwork. After the lesson, after the lecture, I would hope before the next one, you would have some time to review of our today's lesson, in particular to have some practice on the basic footwork and hand coordination. Great. I don't know whether we have time for questions today. Shall I ask our wonderful host, Isabella? How are we doing with time?
It's 11 o'clock, European time, 11 o'clock now. So unfortunately, we have to finish now. However, we will have our next class in 4 weeks' time. Yeah, and we will have our notice on the WhatsApp and WeChat. Yeah, so everyone, please follow our notice. That's great, Faye. And we truly enjoyed today's class, very much so.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and then we wish everyone a nice weekend. Let's practice, and we will see everyone next time in 4 weeks' time. The next lecture is about the Buddhism and the Tai Chi. It's called 心经, 般若波罗蜜多心经. The